Well, I thought I'd introduce you today to my Moka Pot collection. They come in different sizes, so this is my smallest one, which is a 3 cup. Then I have this one, which is a travel one, where you put your own mug underneath the spout and it collects. This is a 4 cup, made by GSI. And this is another GSI one. It's the one they call a 10 cup, which I don't really think it's a 10 cup, it's more like an 8. And when they're talking about cups, they're talking about demi-tasse, which are small espresso cups. Bialetti have been around for a while. The man who invented this Moka pot was a man called Alfonso Bialetti. And he started his company in 1939, like it says on this box here at the bottom, 1919 rather. And in 1933, he invented the Moka pot. So that's where this style of aluminum or aluminium pot, if you call it aluminium, is from. And then the GSI ones are basically using exactly the same principle. You have a bottom chamber where you put the water in. You fill them up to the bottom of the safety valve. This is a safety valve. You fill them up to the bottom of the safety valve. And I like to use hot water. If you watch James Hoffmann, he says use freshly boiled water. And I've actually become to love the Moka pot over the last few months since I've been following his recipe. I discounted them before as very strong and bitter. But once you follow the rules, you'll understand you can make good coffee. But anyway, this is called the funnel. You fill the coffee in here loosely and you just level it off. You don't need to tamp the coffee down, you just level it off. And it has to be a medium fine grind. The top part is where the coffee collects. Now I like to use a AeroPress filter inside because you can cover the screen here with an AeroPress and it makes for a cleaner brew, which is another thing that James Hoffmann recommends. The screen here can be removed. You take a toothpick or something to pry away the rubber gasket and you can clean inside here. Now the beauty of these Moka pots is they're very sustainable. Even the box says, well, where does it say it? It says it on the side here, 0 waste, because the coffee is compostable, so you can compost your coffee grounds, and 0 detergents. 0 detergents means you can wash it with warm water to get the oils of the coffee off the pot, and then you just wipe it with a tea towel. So you don't need to wash in a dishwasher, and actually I wouldn't recommend it. It would probably damage it. Just hot water and a cloth to wipe it clean. The camping one is actually quite a interesting one because if you notice, there's no name on it. Now the GSI normally has a name stamped on it here and on the bottom. This is because it's from the same factory in China which makes the GSI ones. But this cost me a fraction of the price. This only cost $12. This one is all stainless steel. All stainless steel. And inside, you fill the water as usual to the level here of the safety valve. You put your funnel in. I would put a AeroPress filter here. The only difference is this one is more compact because it doesn't have the top chamber. You can store it in a much smaller space. And since you're going to bring a mug with you camping, you just put your own mug underneath to catch the coffee. The GSI one I have, like most people's ones, actually the spot welding on the lid broke. So almost everyone complains about this, but it's not a big deal. This is stainless steel. And of course this one I paid full price for. It says GSI Outdoors and it has a date stamp on the bottom saying GSI made in 2018. You can see from the steel it's from exactly the same factory as the $30 cheaper one, the camping one, because the inside is exactly the same. It has exactly the same safety valve and the funnel is exactly the same but bigger. This is a bigger pot as the one I only paid $12 for. But however, this is a bigger cup size. This is 8 or 10 cups as they call it. 10 cups I think is a stretch. But this one is stainless steel. Also designed for outdoors and camping, mainly because these handles fold down flat. So if you like that style, where you can pack it like this, it's okay. But it is very heavy, and like I said, the lid, spot welding here was very weak, and it broke. However, for me, that's not an issue. It's no need to return it, no need to do anything, scrap it or anything, because when you're brewing, you need to have the lid off, and you need to see when the coffee starts coming out of here. Because the other trick with brewing coffee in a Moka pot is to take it off the heat pretty much as soon as the coffee starts coming out the spout here. So in that case, you don't want the lid, it only gets in the way. The lid is useful if you are used to putting it on the stove at full heat and having coffee spurting everywhere. But that's not how you should make coffee with the Moka pot. You should do it very gently with a medium heat, and as soon as you see coffee coming out the spout, then you take it off the heat. You shouldn't have a lot of hissing and sputtering. But these are Moka pots, and right now they're one of my favorite ways of brewing coffee. Bialetti invented a really good way of brewing coffee. It's called Stovetop Espresso. It's not real espresso. It's not generating 9 bars of pressure. The pressure to force the coffee over the spout is probably about 1.5 bars, if that. Just slightly above atmospheric pressure. But it does make a very good espresso-like brew. So I recommend them, especially the GSI ones. And they're in stainless steel, because a lot of people try and avoid aluminium. I don't personally mind, and this one does the job when I only want 3 cups. 3 cup size. This is a 8 or 10 cup size, and this is a 4 cup. However, remember, those are demi-tasse sizes. They're not full 10 ounces. The best way to drink the coffee is dilute it with some warm water. Then you get the best, most smooth brew. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep watching for more coffee adventures.